Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-November 2022 reading for the zodiac sign of Aries. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're just going to take a general look at what's happening through the remainder of November. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We're also going to do a crystal of the month, 3 yes or no questions, and a healing note for you. So let's go ahead and jump in and get started. Again, column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. We have the card revision. Revision is pretty literal. I mean, it means there was some sort of revision or some sort of change, Aries, that's happened in these last few weeks or month. One thing I like to point out with the revision card, and somebody out there needs to hear this, it's okay to change your mind. And that's an important part of the revision card, but definitely some sort of change for you. Let's see what type of messages, though, we've got coming through for you. The first card we have is the Moon card. Definitely no doubt there was some sort of change, revision, transition for you here. The Moon card is a card of voluntary changes. Again, this is a change you chose to make. One other thing to keep in mind with the Moon card is this is a card of trusting your intuition. So I hope that you were able to do that as you went through this revision, as you went through this change, using your intuition to figure out exactly what you needed to be doing. The next card that we have is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is very self-sufficient. I don't know that you were really looking for help or asking for help or anything going through this change, but again, this feels very self-sufficient. This was something that you navigated on your own, Aries. Maybe perhaps you didn't have that reassurance or that validation, and that's why we're getting the revision card. Again, that reminder or that okay or that validation that it's okay to change your mind. And at the bottom here, we have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. Whatever this revision is, whatever this change is, it was definitely the right thing to do for sure, Aries. Seeing you on the right path, definitely indicator of making the right decision here. And potentially some pretty immediate success from this change. Let's go and take a look at our clarifiers, though, for column number 1 and see what other information I can give you. The first card we have is the Empress. The Empress is a card of creation. It's a card of abundance. This change is going to lead to both of these things. That's what this is saying. This is going to take you into a more creative period. It's going to take you into a position where you can create more for yourself. It's also going to be more abundant. Maybe there will be more money, more time, more energy, more happiness, but all around abundance there. The next card that we have is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a card of tradition. It's very conventional. It's a card of conformity. It's a card of expectations. For whatever reason, I feel like some of you felt like you couldn't ask for help. I know that seems like an odd message, but that's just what I'm getting. So some of you, I feel like, kind of like made the choice to go through this silently or on your own. And again, I think it's that driving feeling that potentially you didn't feel like you could ask for help, Aries. The next card that we have is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is very supportive, very tolerant, very empathetic. This is also a card of leadership, and again, this is going back to you leading yourself through this transition and essentially leading yourself to victory here, Aries, which is really neat to see. This is also leading to a more softer, empathetic side in general. Like, not to say that you're not kind and caring and compassionate now, but again, this change is bringing out the softer side in you. Okay, let's take a look at our next column, which is just general, what's coming through the remainder of November. We have the card Ready But Waiting. There's going to be something you're going to want to move on going into the end of November, Aries, and likely that time will not come. Like, again, this card says you're ready to go, but time is not quite ready for you. But let's see what messages we have. So maybe a little bit of waiting going into this month, but let's see here. The first card that we have is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is very nostalgic. This is a card of reflection. I also do see some of you getting reunited with somebody here. However, this reunion seems a little short-lived. So, reunion, so getting reconnected. What I'm getting through this, though, is like, now is not the time to get reconnected. But again, I do see a reunion there, reflecting and reuniting. The next card we have is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords indicates a decision, so definitely some sort of decision you need to make. Oftentimes this feels like a compromise, but it doesn't end up being a compromise. It's interesting because if you look, it's like you have to go one way or the other, but then if you look in the back, the island is all one big island, which means like you can't really go wrong. You're going to end up in the place you need to be. There is one place, and basically this decision is going to lead you to that one place regardless of what you decide. At the bottom here we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card of theft, betrayal, dishonesty, wanting to run away. Honestly, I feel like you're going to get reconnected with whoever this person is and be like, yes, no thank you. And again, this will be you kind of moving away. There could be some sort of theft, betrayal, dishonesty, something not good happening there. But in general, it's like you get there and you're like, yeah, it's not actually what I wanted. So again, I do feel like that reunion is going to be pretty short-lived. However, it could like trigger some reflection for you, and oftentimes with that reflection is healing. So let's clarify and see what other messages I can give you here. The first clarifier we have is the Hermit. The Hermit is about going within for clarity. This is about being on your own personal quest. I feel like this is a kind of an odd message, but this is what I'm hearing. Some of you are going to be like, really you're trying to read into why you think your path is crossing with this person. And I just don't think there's as much there as you think there might be. But again, you're going to be like kind of searching for the reason why your paths cross again. And I'm sure there is a reason, but again, it just doesn't feel as substantial or as meaningful potentially as you think it may be. But the Hermit is good for going within clarity and again, doing that kind of gut check to make sure that it feels right. And if it feels right, great. If not, then move forward. An interesting thing too, so the Hermit's about like being on our personal path and making sure we're going the right direction. You kind of need to take a look back so you can figure out where you need to go forward, Aries. So just keep that in mind. The next card we have is the World card. The World card is the last card of the Major Arcana. It's completing a goal. It's completing a lesson. It's just all around completion. Again, I feel like, well, actually, let me say this differently. So with this decision that needs to be happening with the Two of Swords, I do feel like it's going to like complete a chapter for you, complete a lesson for you. It's going to take you to the next step, which I like to see that as well. Then at the bottom here, we have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is, anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. This is new baby, relationship, proposal, marriage. I think as you move away from this reunion, there will be somebody new here. Again, this could be friendship. This could be love interest. There is some new love swirling here. I don't think it's with the person from before. But again, as soon as you kind of like move on or get over it, then there is somebody like right on the other side there for you. Okay, let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. Think job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have. I'm going to pull a money summary card for you, which I've never done before. Hopefully you enjoy these. The card says, time is the most important currency. Where you spend your time can determine the flow of your money. Good advice to keep in mind. Let's see what cards we have here. Again, job, career, finances, businesses you run, really whatever you associate with money, Aries. The first card we have is the Four of Wands. I love this. This is coming through as completion. There's something career-wise or financial that we're completing this month. If you take a look at this card, it's like a finish line here. And with the Four of Wands, this is celebration. Again, completion, celebration. So like to see this crossing the finish line, getting something done. The next card we have is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is very Prince or Princess Charming type energy. I know we're talking, this is like money column, so why are we talking about a love card? This is proposal in terms of like a new business opportunity or a new business relationship. This feels more opportunity than person. For most of you, again, it could be a new business relationship that's really meaningful, but it feels more like an opportunity. It's an opportunity you've really wanted. So like to see that. It's like as soon as you complete whatever you're working on, it immediately leads you to this person or this opportunity. At the bottom here, we have the Temperance card, which is a card of balance, harmony, moderation. I think some of you could have been having some financial issues, or potentially you've been really busy at work. And with the Temperance card, that energy is correcting. So there will be some nice balance and harmony within money, balance and harmony within workload. This Temperance feels so good. So I'm looking forward to you enjoying that so good feeling, Aries. Let's clarify this column though and see. The next card we have is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is again, well, we had the Six of Cups earlier. In terms of this card, this is coming through as a gift. So if you look, this person's handing this other person a gift. And with this completion, with crossing this finish line, I'm not sure if that this will be all financial reward. For many of you will be, but again, there's some sort of gift or reward being given for the completion with the Four of Wands. The next card we have is the Six of Wands. Again, there's no doubt that we're going to be completing and celebrating something. The Six of Wands is victory, award, recognition, good news, success, all wonderful things. That could be the form of this opportunity though too. I think this is coming into play, both celebrating what's being completed, but also this opportunity. This opportunity is absolutely going to lead to success, or this relationship is going to lead to success. So really nice validation. Not that I think we needed it there, but nice pairing of cards. At the bottom here, we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card. This is usually making travel plans, but this is saying make a plan in general. That's the message that I'm hearing, is make a plan, Aries. So now that you are feeling good, now that time has balanced out, now that you're not like hurrying all the time, the message is make a plan here. So hopefully that resonates for you. Make a plan is in regards to finances or career. Moving on, let's take a look at our money column, which is anything related to, or excuse me, moving on to our love column, which is anything related to love. Think family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love. Similar to the money card, I have another brand new card here for you. So this is like a love summary or affirmation or insight for you. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. All right, let's see what messages we have coming through for our love column. Also, let me know if you like those new money and love cards or you don't like them. Typically, I don't pull cards at the top, but found those, liked them, thought they would be good. The first card that we have in the love column is the Death card. The Death card is all about transition. I should mention the Death card doesn't actually mean death, but it does indicate an ending. It's a big change. It's time to move on. I do think some of you are going to be ending a relationship. I just feel like you know it's time to move on from whatever this is. This could be a family member, this could be a love interest, this could be a friend. Again, there's someone or something that now is the time to move on from, going through this transition here. I always like to point out with the Death card, between the two buildings in the back, the sun is kind of peeping through there, and it's like the grass is greener on the other side. But definitely I do, again, see some sort of moving on here happening, Aries. The next card that we have is the Emperor. The Emperor is a card of respect, leadership, strategic planning. Perhaps you're moving on due to a lack of respect. I know that's kind of an odd message, but that's what's coming through. And again, long term, this just wasn't it. The Emperor is very long term, and the Emperor is saying, no, this was not it. The next card that we have is the Ace of Wands. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness, With the case of Ace of Wands, this is new project, new inspiration. By closing up this chapter, by moving on, we're opening the door for something new. So definitely there could be a new friendship, a new relationship, some sort of new love interest as we move away from this other. Taking a look at our clarifiers for this column, the first card we have is the Magician. Magician at the top of the Death card is a good one. This is turning visions into reality. What this is saying is you can't really have what you want unless you move away from what you have currently. So just keep that in mind. In order to really get what you want, in order for your visions to come true, we have to let go of what we have right now. Nice pairing. I do like the Magician though, because it's saying you can have whatever you want. The Magician will make it happen. The next card we have is the Four of Pentacles. This is another very long-term card. This is a card of desire for long-term security. Again, I told you with the Emperor, they were saying this isn't it long-term. The Four of Pentacles is saying this isn't it long-term. So whatever this is, I hope that this validates you and confirms this transition that you may be going through, moving away, moving on. At the bottom here, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is saying that there could be some kind of like recovery period happening for you. But again, when we transition away, there will be this new opportunity, but potentially just be aware that there could be some time for rest, recovery, again, recovery opportunity or need for recovery there. Now let's take a look at our fifth and final column, Aries, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the card Productivity. I love productivity. It just means you're going to have a busy month. You're going to be getting stuff done. Love that for you. Let's see what final messages we have. We have the Four of Swords coming up again. This is again that card of needing to rest, retreat, renew, recover. So please make sure you give yourself the time to do that. Even if you just take an extra day off or an extra hour at night to just do nothing, or an hour in the morning to do nothing. You kind of need that R&R is what's coming through here. In order to keep staying productive, to keep getting things done, it can't be all productivity, it has to be rest too. The next card we have is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a card of being very traditional, being very conventional. I actually think this is also a card of expectations. You're going to be getting more done this month than you think they're going to. That's always such a good feeling. So I hope you do feel that, Aries, and you realize how much you accomplish in the month. Again, this is very closely connected to that productivity. So it's like, again, accomplishing more than you thought you would this month. At the bottom here, we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very healing, very supportive, very nurturing. Again, you need to be nurturing yourself. It can't be productivity all the time. Productivity and rest and balance. So make sure you're giving yourself some downtime there as well. The first clarifier we have is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is very creative. When I see this card, it like screams freedom to me. I really, truthfully, the more you rest, the more productive you're going to be. Those are just so balanced and so hand in hand this month, Aries. I feel like they always are, but now more than ever. The next card we have is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very confident, very self-assured. What I'm getting here with this is an interesting message because, again, this is accomplishing more than you thought we could. The message that I'm getting is, like, just because you accomplish more doesn't even mean that you should stop. Like, really kind of capitalize on this energy and capitalize on this productivity. And last but not least, we have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles has a lot of different meanings, but one of them is like solo pleasures. It's doing for yourself. It's self-sufficient. So again, this is like taking time for yourself to rest, renew, recover, to do that kind of healing, driven by you. Nobody's going to make time for you except for you, Aries. Okay, at this time, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them. Question number 1 is the 7 of Hearts. This is number 21 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2 is the Ace of Diamonds. This is number 9 card. That's going to be a no. And question number 3, we have the Jack of Hearts. This is number 22 card. That one's going to be a no too. So yes, no, no for you, Aries. If you watched our video earlier this month, we did pull a card from our healing stones for you, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of November. Your crystal this month is emerald, which is good for harmony and beauty. It really opens yourself up and it's very revitalizing. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our healing notes deck. Your healing note says, you will begin to heal when you let go of past hurts, forgive those who have wronged you, and learn to forgive yourself for your mistakes. Thank you so much, Aries, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Also, if you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Aries, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your November.